Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jason Chatter 1993 here, back with another episode of Talking Trains, and it is the penultimate episode of Talking Trains. So, in this episode of Talking Trains, as you can see by the title and also by the atmosphere of the room, we are going to be talking about Hull Trains. So, as per usual, we are going to talk about the history of Hull Trains, the fleet, and their routes. But also, before we do begin, I do have a few announcements to make. So, Instagram has made my Jason Chatter 1993 private, and my Facebook obviously went down. So, instead, I have now got YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So, I am hoping to do like more of a relaunch of my TikTok in 2025, but other than that, I'm hosting the JDO on most weekends whenever I am free on Twitch. So then, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about Hull Trains, and before we do begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, do what the people like doing. So next week's video is going to be the highlights of 2024, and oh my word, has 2024 been a good year. But more on that will be announced on next week's video. So, enough blabbering on from me. If you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, do what you like doing. Thank you for 230 odd subscribers. It is much appreciated. If we could try and get to 240 subscribers by the end of December, I would be pleased with that. So then, let's get rolling with the history of Hull Trains. So then, Hull Trains is actually, Hull Trains is sort of a new-ish company. So Hull Trains used to be kind of like a branch of Grand Central, and then first bought Hull Trains out in around 2004, and Hull Trains used first Great Western Railway's Class 180 Adelantes when the Adelantes were withdrawn from the Great Western Main Line. But also there was some Adelantes from Northern Trains Limited as well, when Northern had Class 180 Adelantes on the Hazel Grove to Blackpool North Line, which is amazing how they got that on there, and it is kind of weird to say that I've had Adelantes on my local route as well. But other than that, that's basically it. So it got bought out by First, and it is still owned by First today. So this is First Group's was their best sort of holding companies that they've actually kept a hold of, instead of with other companies they've obviously swapped around different the ownerships and stuff. So that is your history of Hull Trains. Next up is your fleet. So then, Hull Trains used to have all Class 180 Adelantes, but since then they have all been transferred back to Grand Central. So East Midlands Railway also did have a few Class 180 Adelantes, but they just weren't reliable enough for the drivers, but also didn't have many drivers trained for the Class 180 Adelantes either. But you'll be going nowhere. But other than that, so now they have Class 802s, and they call them the Hull Trains Paragons. So each Class 802, I think, is named after like a station that they serve, which I think is actually really, really good, because it means that like if people get confused on which stations that they serve, it means that they can just go, oh, they serve that, I never knew that. So yeah, so that is your brief fleet of Hull trains. Next up is your route. Right then, so Hull trains serve from London King's Cross. So you've got your main operators of London King's Cross are for intercity is LNER, Hull Trains, Grand Central, and Lumo. I knew that I was missing something out. And they serve from Hull to Beverley, and they are also they're doing services up to Sunderland as well, using the Class 802's bi-mode feature, but also they are looking at starting doing routes up to Newcastle, and I think as far as Scarborough as well, which I think is going to be quite interesting if Hull Trains did go into that, because it's like it's just interesting, and I'd like to see how that would work out over the next few years if they were to go forward with it. And yeah, so that is your brief route of Hull Trains, and next up is the conclusion. So then, this is the conclusion of this video. So it was a short one, because Hull Trains isn't actually quite a big operator compared to most of the others, so I'm hoping this is about 7 or 8 minutes. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the penultimate episode of Talking Trains. The next episode of Talking Trains will be on the 30th of December, and that is when we will be talking about Grand Central. So Grand Central is a really so more information on Grand Central will be on the next video, but other than that, next week's video will be the highlights of 2024, and I think that's it. Remember, you can follow me on TikTok and on Twitch at JazeChotter1993. Link is on my community tab as well. Also, before I do forget, shout out to Tiki Taro, at Tiki Taro. She is amazing, and you should give her loads of support. And I believe that leaves me with one final thing to say. Go out there, keep on chatting. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.